Good morning. Today we are in New York City and we're traveling all the way from New York City to Toronto, Canada on the Amtrak's Maple Leaf. What a beautiful train station, and it used to be way more beautiful than the new addition they added on the Moyen Train Hall, because this used to be a post office, but more on that later. If you're coming from West 31st Street, look up. Like, that looks like the skyline of New York City. And that is why I always say ceilings always can hold art. Like, wow. Maybe this train hall is the start of America going back to the glory days. I just love the open space. It makes you feel more like a human. What is the New Orleans style coffee? I don't think I've ever seen that before.
It's our regular cold brew. It's got cane sugar and chicory in it, so it's pre-sweetened.
Oh, that sound like I need that. That's a lot of extra stuff.
It's good.
It's good. I mean,
Just gonna grab the fresh batch.
Appreciate it. My man was nice. We'll go with the. Hey, I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Too, man.
All right, sorry, y'all. I had to get a cup of Joe. Still hot, but your boy is exhausted. So, back to the story of Penn Station, originally built in 1910. This is not the original Penn Station, by the way, but Penn Station, gorgeous, beautiful station. Like, it looked like it was on the level of European standards. And I think we might be headed back there with this beautiful modern addition to Penn Station. But sadly, like I said, original Penn Station was just demolished in 1963, I believe, because they wanted to build the fourth version of the Madison Square Garden, and Penn Station was put underground. But if you're not a New Yorker or you don't travel throughout New York a lot, that is where Penn Station is right underneath it. Like, so the city is trying to do a lot of different things to bring it above ground. I don't know if it's gonna happen. If you're a New Yorker and you know about it, like, please comment down below, because like I want to have a discussion, but we gotta go catch this train now. Finally, your boy's tired. If you're coming to this train hall, yes, they do have food, a pretty great food selection. They have a burger joint, they have a salad place, they have a sandwich place, they have ramen, sushi, and you cannot forget the New York style pizza while you're here in New York. And then this Irish place, if you're trying to catch a cold brew. But sadly, this place does not open up until 10 a.m. And this train station does actually have an Amtrak lounge, the Amtrak Metropolitan Lounge. Sadly though, your boy is a budget traveler. We're not there yet, just like we can't afford first class yet, but one day eventually. So this is the waiting area for Amtrak trains, and if you're going to Long Island, and I gotta say this looks a lot better than Los Angeles' waiting area. It seems like there's so much security, but here it's wide open spaces. They have tables where you can sit down with your laptop. They even have lots of US standard plug outlets, USB-A plug outlets. All right, now let's test to see if this train hall actually has great Wi-Fi. Can you actually come here for business, on a business trip, or you're gonna need to bring your personal hotspot? This one right here. The screen's gonna come up, you gotta enter your name. All right, this is good so far. Towards what I'm looking at right behind me. All right, so now we're gonna try Netflix. You always gotta try a streaming service whenever you're trying to test the Wi-Fi. At least that's the Davion approved method of testing public Wi-Fis. Right, let me put y'all on some old black culture. We'll go to Martin.
My ex-girlfriend once asked me if I loved her. Do I love her?
All right, I'll say the Wi-Fi is pretty good here. Then again, it is 5:46 in the morning, so there's not a lot of people here on the Wi-Fi just yet. Even at the work desk, they do have USB-A outlets and US plug outlets. I feel like when you're traveling, you need to make sure that you actually talk to people, because a lot of people, they're not talking to people in today's world. So that's my man. He's from Maryland,
What's going on,
actually.
guys? Yeah, make sure y'all out here socialize. You never know what people's going through, what people's doing, where that connection might meet. You meet new friends just at the train station, you know.
They also do have Amtrak's famous red cap assistants. They help with baggage. They're the people who have the red caps, the red fit, and they take your heavy baggage to the train. They also help people with disabilities, people who just have never been to the train station. It's very busy and can be very hectic. I can't say that word. Hectic. Okay, anyways, y'all. They help people who just need help. So if you see this, go to the red cap area. Anytime you're going to be crossing the border into Canada with Amtrak, you're going to have to check in. They're going to check your passport or your passport ID card. So yes, you can actually take your passport card to cross over into Canada since it's a land crossing. And also, if you have baggage here, they're going to give you 2 different baggage tags, and you're going to put these on your bags. Typically, it's about like 40 minutes before actual boarding. Why are you taking the train today? Because I feel like, some Americans don't realize we have train travel, which is not the best, but we need more Americans to get on board, literally, so we can go back to the glory days of train travel.
I've always traveled by trains. I'm afraid to fly. It's the major reason, but I enjoy it. I've got my sewing project with me.
Your sewing project. You're going to do that on the train?
If it's not too rocky.
Oh, I might have to come find you because that would be a really good shot to get.
And I have my book and I'm ready to go. My lunch.
See? That's what I'm telling you. You got to be prepared. You don't want to just use the excuse of, the food on the train is going to be expensive. Prepare and you won't have a boring, long journey. Okay, so you said you've been taking this train for how long?
Since 1976.
With Amtrak.
With Amtrak.
So has it changed in terms of like...
A lot.
A lot, so it's good.
Before, when I would come from Toronto, they had a small little train you would ride to Buffalo.
Yes. I think that's what spurred like my love for trains, because my parents did take us from Dallas to on the Texas Eagle to Los Angeles with the train. I was a kid, didn't think anything of it. And then I travel in Europe a lot and everything to make these videos, and I was like, taking the train's so nice. Like, I can just get my laptop out, I can chill, relax, see some of the country too, other places I wouldn't see, and be like, you know what, I think I'm gonna stop here next time. Like, all right, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It smells like trains in here. Definitely the fumes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we love train travel. And this train right here is taking us. Well, I'm off. So I will say we actually are leaving on time. It's 7:15. Let's see, can we keep the actual on time service? Hopefully. So we literally just left Penn Station, and I'm gonna say sit on the left side of the train if you want to see the beautiful, I think it's the Hudson River and the bridge in the background. But Amtrak, you'll need to do something about this because the windows, let me see if I can show y'all, are very, very dirty. And like, not having clear windows when you really want to see the beautiful views, that's not selling train travel to the general public.
Apologize for the slight delay. We appreciate your patience. Thank you.
And that's typical Amtrak. I'm guessing after that train we should start moving finally. We've been here for about like 20 minutes. It's like what I always say, it's not about how fast you get there, it's about the journey. And just like that, we're finally moving. Appreciate it, sir. Alright, so we're going to be trying the egg, Kobe, and cheddar artisan flat sandwich. And it is steaming right now. First impressions, I mean, it's soft, there's a lot of cheese coming out of it. It was what, $7? Super cheesy. solid sandwich. And of course, some good old-fashioned OJ. I really don't like Minute Maid OJ, but I'll be alright with 36 grams of sugar. That is what the inside of the sandwich looks like. You can see the egg white in there, see the cheese in there. I would say all in all, definitely get the sandwich if you are hungry. There's not a lot of options here. There is 2 US plug outlets right here in the lounge car. The other thing is, if you're staying in business class, drinks are complimentary except alcoholic beverages. You guys already know why. And if you're on a really good Amtrak train, they're going to announce that to the business class first. You can actually come in here and enjoy the food before everyone else comes in here. It's a typical cafe car. They have, you know, your breakfast sandwiches, lunch and dinner sandwiches, and then they have snacks and then a whole bunch of drinks and snacks. Why are you lovely ladies riding the train?
We were going to New York City Girls Weekend.
A girls' weekend. What'd y'all do?
Girls' Weekend.
What didn't we do? No, we did. We crossed the Brooklyn Bridge for the first time, which was really good. Oh, my number one thing we did, we went to the Stardust. Stardust Cafe.
Oh, that was good.
Stardust Cafe.
Fabulous. What they do is your servers are performers. They want to be on Broadway, but they're not quite there. So they're serving you, and when they take their break from serving you, they go up on the stage and they perform.
Okay.
2 thumbs up. This
Food,
is our
I
food
eat
girl.
everything.
She eats everything.
I
So-
go from stand to stand. I ate the whole city out.
Everything.
What was your favorite? What was your favorite thing?
What was your favorite thing? I ate the whole city out.
She does.
I can't even say
likes
what
vendor
my favorite was.
I
'cause
like
it was
food.
fun.
You like vendor
I like
food.
food. I eat off the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made friends with every vendor.
Yes.
I like
Yeah.
food. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got
yeah,
Gucci.
you got
I got
a
a fake Gucci purse and a wallet.
Yeah.
And I haggled and I did
Yeah,
good.
she-
Show the bracelet.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got a what is it?
Louis Vuitton bracelet.
Vuitton fake bracelet right
Yeah.
there. Louis Vuitton.
It was 50. She got it for 25.
Yep.
I got Apple
Oh yeah.
earbuds, iPod.
The AirPods.
Yeah.
They got them on the street now.
Okay.
Yeah. She paid 30.
30 bucks.
Yeah.
Chanel glasses she got.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, some Chanel
Yeah.
glasses.
So where y'all from?
Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Home of the Bills.
Go
Go
Bells.
Bills.
I'm from Dallas, Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But
Sorry.
both of our teams though have been like, they just not doing it.
No.
They get there, but then they just don't do it.
Yeah.
Now, if you're wondering, does Amtrak also have a seating area for people in a wheelchair? They do, right here in business class, and you actually get your own little pull-out table too, with 2 different cup holders. Okay, now, quick little demonstration with the seat. This first one is for leaning back. And you can just press this little thing. So at your seat, you do get 2 US plug outlets, and they work. Also, the light works, and you also do get curtains. All right, so this is coach class. You get to recline back pretty far. You have to lift this up. So the black thing right here, you push down, and it goes down. This is how much space you get in coach. Oh, my foot stuck. This thing comes all the way to you, so you don't have to hunch over if you're trying to work on your laptop or journal, note-taking, whatever it is. To be honest, it's high-key the same as business class, like, unless you really want to get on the train faster, I mean, I guess, and complimentary drinks, not alcoholic drinks though, like, I don't think business class is really worth it in the end. Like, you get all of this space, You get lights. You get 2 US plug outlets. Got it. Business class, 1 seat, you get 2. Here you only get 1 outlet for yourself. But I would just choose the coach ticket if I was you.
You got friends with lights, sorry.
You guys are enjoying the smoke break?
Yeah.
Getting that stretch in?
For the Rockettes.
I'm telling y'all, run, walk, do something during the smoke break. And if you want to hit like a quick little jog, a walk, whatever, do some push-ups, you can do that during the smoke break. Just make sure you don't stand on the yellow. That will not make them happy while they're doing stuff with the trains. But yeah, we made it to Albany. One of these days, I think I'm going to take an Amtrak journey and actually stop in these cities and see what they have to offer. If you guys think I should, please comment down below. What can I do in Albany? What can I do in Buffalo, Syracuse, Niagara Falls? All of the above. All right, I think we still have some time, so we're gonna start this up. We're gonna try to knock out at least 50. It's important to make sure you go all the way down and up. What's going on, man? They playing some good music out here, some good soul music. Okay, y'all, I promise now we're getting on the train. Finally got a little pump. All right, now we're going to test the Wi-Fi. Is the Wi-Fi good or is it not too good? First, we'll click on Amtrak Wi-Fi. And we'll click done.
From San Diego to Seattle, and this is going to take us 38 hours. But first, we're starting right here in Denton, Texas. And let's just pause.
Some buffering going on.
A t-shirt and a sweater.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is probably the best Wi-Fi I've had on Amtrak so far. The Surfliner was okay. The Coast Starlight. I don't even know if we had Wi-Fi on that one. But yeah, this Wi-Fi is definitely good. I'm curious, are we going to have Wi-Fi when we make it into Canada? All right, so we're gonna go to, I think this is the 4th person I've talked to today. So, why are you riding the train?
Well, I'm riding the train on my way to Toronto, Niagara Falls, really. It's my anniversary, my 1-year anniversary.
With your wife?
Yeah, but she's high up.
Now we missed her.
Yeah.
Okay, I like the accent. So what's Trinidad like?
In Trinidad is just party.
Parties?
A lot of parties, carnival time. Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna have to come.
Beaches, well, Caribbean lifestyle basically.
Make sure this light comes on and you're in the restroom, safe and sound. All right, so first things first, we have the sink right here. So, all right, that works. I like. That is probably one of the most functional sinks I have seen on a train. We got the soap right here. And we have the toilet, seat cover, flush. This is the restroom for people who are in a wheelchair. And I gotta say, there's space, but it's still a little bit tight if you bring them in and then you're trying to put them on the toilet. It's still pretty tight, but there is one here located in business. All right, so it's lunchtime now. I got the sun-dried carpise ciabatta baguette, some tomatoes, some pesto sauce, some lettuce, and then some mozzarella. Is it fresh? Probably not, but the mozzarella actually looks pretty good. All right. I would say this is definitely fresh. A good healthy, semi-healthy option, and of course, some water. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I did not know New York was beautiful when it comes to nature. Seeing all these trees as we go by, the different cities like Albany, very beautiful city in my opinion. Like, and yes, as you guys can see, this train can get pretty bumpy at times. All right, back to the mood. All right, so we're gonna be in Canada in about an hour and 20 minutes, and they do actually give you this form right here, and you're going to complete it. And basically, whenever we get to the border, we're gonna hand this to Border Patrol, and they're gonna look at it, make sure we're all good and everything. But this is going to be given to you, so don't worry about it at all until you get it. So I'm not gonna lie, Amtrak is actually on time. We got to Niagara Falls on the U.S. side around like 4:20, but apparently we can't enter the Canadian side until 5 p.m. when we're scheduled to actually go through customs. So Amtrak, great job. I think this is like the first time y'all have been actually on time while I've ridden y'all's trains. And just like that, we are leaving the U.S. So I'm officially in Canada. It's pretty simple, and I'm not gonna lie, Canadians are super nice. Like, I definitely feel like I'm in Canada, but now we're going back into the station, and I'm assuming we're gonna wait until we can get back on the train. So we're back on the train. All I gotta say is Canadians, super nice and kind people. Just make sure you have your form filled out, you have your passport ID card, and you'll be good to go. And if you're business class, you'll get on the train first. One of the interesting things is that once you cross over into the Canadian side, the Amtrak crew, they get off, and Via Rail, they get on, which is the Canadian train network here, train company here, and they're in charge of this Amtrak train. But sadly, I'm gonna miss the Mavericks game because no more Wi-Fi. We finally made it after 13 and a half hours to Toronto, Canada. I'm not gonna lie, I met so many great people on this journey. What was y'all's names? Kathleen. Marie.
Hi, Linda.
Linda. Hi, Davion.
Hi, David.
Davion.
Yes.
Love your
Nice to meet y'all. I appreciate it.
That was fun.
Hope y'all have a great journey.
Thank you.
My bad, bro. My name's Davion.
Davion, Sneak. Nice to
Sneak?
meet you.
Nice to meet you,
So
bro.
real name's Matthews, but I go by Sneak.
Hey, they
So,
might have believed it. They might have
yeah,
believed it.
So, but now y'all know. Nice meeting y'all, though.
Oh, I would love to see it. But all right, bro. It was nice meeting you, man. Hey, happy anniversary. I appreciate. Sorry, ma'am. What was your name?
Sharon.
Sharon Davion. Nice to meet you.
Davion?
Davion.
Davion.
Yes. Thanks to my mom, because my dad was trying to name me some outlandish stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Toronto? I'm excited to see what Toronto has to offer. My name's Davion West. I don't know where I'm headed to next, but I know that I want you to follow me to 195 countries.